Elon Musk has a staggering net worth of over $20 billion, making him not only one of the wealthiest, but also one of the most intellectual people currently living. The Boring Company, Tesla Motors, PayPal, SpaceX, Neuralink, and more are all owned by Musk. Musk appears to be living a lovely life, but he overcame a lot of obstacles to become a well-known and successful businessman. Unfortunately, the social media business didn't go down without a fight when Elon Musk confirmed his plan to abandon his $44 billion purchase of Twitter. SpaceX CEO Elon Musk has been sued by Twitter for not fulfilling his contractual duty to acquire the social media platform. However, according to the company's legal team, Tesla CEO Elon Musk's complaints about Twitter's bot population are incorrect. This video is going to be about Twitter versus Elon Musk, an undemocratic and censorious agency. When Elon Musk originally set out on the path that would eventually lead him to purchasing Twitter, he was more concerned with free expression than making money. Given that Twitter serves as the de facto public town square, failing to adhere to free speech principles fundamentally undermines democracy, Musk posted on Twitter on March 26th. Musk continually slams Twitter as an illiberal and undemocratic organization as he rushed to buy shares in the publicly traded digital news industry in violation of federal reporting laws. However, Musk has since changed his mind. In the wake of the recent market downturn, it's possible that he's gotten tired of this fad or realizes he overpaid for this purchase. Maybe it's only about the bots after all. On July 8th, Musk issued a notice of termination of the new partnership, and Twitter indicated that it intended to enforce the provisions of the deal in its entirety. As a result, the two sides have been pitted against one another to avoid becoming Twitter's sole owners. The termination of the agreement. In a statement to Twitter dated July 8th, Musk's lawyers stated that Musk is cancelling the acquisition deal with Twitter because, according to the attorneys, Twitter made false and inaccurate assertions concerning its user information. Throughout the week since Twitter agreed to a contract with Tesla CEO Elon Musk on April 25th, Musk has consistently asserted that Twitter misrepresents how many monetizable everyday active users are programmed bots and spam profiles. After initially refusing to provide Musk with entry to Twitter's Firehouse, which contains all 500 million tweets daily and their associated metadata, the social media platform has now given Musk full access to its firehose. According to Jalan Professor of Law Ann Lipton, Musk must show that Twitter's opacity over bots has a substantial adverse effect in order to win in the Delaware Chancery Court, where the business seeks to sue him. That's a legal standard that would require a demonstration of a long-term significant impact on Twitter's earnings power, and so far, he's not provided any facts to demonstrate such an effect exists, she said. However, the fight for Musk is a grueling one. Moreover, Twitter has the right to sue him for particular performance because he signed an agreement obligating him to the terms of the contract. As a result, Twitter can petition a judge to force Musk to purchase Twitter for $44 billion rather than simply suing for penalties in the event that Musk breaches the contract. How will Musk and Twitter's legal fight end? Twitter's lawyers responded to Musk's lawyers claiming that the agreement between the two parties has not been dissolved and that the firm intends to carry out Musk's takeover in its entirety. There are several possible outcomes to this legal dispute. The first two came about as a result of a deal. Either Musk will pay several $1 billion to get out of the contract, or Twitter will revise the contract so that Musk may buy Twitter for a reduced price. There are three possible results if a lawsuit is pursued. Twitter was proven to have misled its users' data and Elon Musk was victorious. He doesn't have to pay Twitter any money if he doesn't like the contract. As specified in the contract, Elon Musk is required to pay a $1 billion cancellation fee if he loses. Elon Musk is obliged to purchase Twitter for $44 billion when he loses. As a Bloomberg columnist, Matt Levine isn't convinced by Tesla CEO Elon Musk's arguments. Letting the world's richest person get out of a deal for a nominal fee because he got bored with it undermines the rule of law and the predictability of Delaware merger agreements, he wrote in a July 11th column. But forcing an unwilling buyer to own a big public company with thousands of employees and an outsized influence on politics and culture seems bad for the buyer, the employees, the users, and the world. Nobody wants either of these outcomes. Twitter may face an investor lawsuit if it doesn't pursue the performance of a contract at $54.20 per share, according to Levine. Is this a result of a lack of money? In the span of a few short months, a contract that never had about money was now to become openly about money. On top of the $9.2% share he already owns, Musk may be forced to pay $40 billion to acquire a holding in a company he no longer wishes to control. Still, Twitter's board of directors is attempting to collect the money it owes its investors. Twitter's board of directors and Elon Musk will now face off in court in the dispute over who wants to own Twitter the least since the scene has been prepared. Trial in October. For the first time, Elon Musk and Twitter will face each other in a 5-day hearing in October over the billionaire's decision to abandon his $44 billion purchase of Twitter. Choice by Delaware's Court of Chancery Chancellor Kathleen McCormick, the presiding judge of the case, was a setback for Musk, whose lawyers had hoped to begin the trial in January. However, because of the uncertainty surrounding the Twitter agreement, McCormick decided to expedite the proceedings during a hearing conducted by Zoom on Tuesday. According to McCormick, the reality is that delay threatens irreparable harm to the sellers and Twitter, she stated from the bench. The longer the delay, the greater the risk. Twitter's plea for an accelerated 4-day trial in September has been granted, and the trial will now take place in October. Twitter's main lawyer, Bill Savitt, argued during the hearing that the uncertainty generated by Musk's threat to drop out of the contract imposes damage on Twitter every minute of the day. To give themselves more time to look at Musk's user data worries, Musk's attorney suggested that a trial must not begin before February. As Musk's lawyer Andrew Rossman pointed out, it would take months to thoroughly study and discuss Twitter's data and specialists in order to justify a trial in September. When it came to providing details that Musk said he required to verify the firm's estimates of fraudulent accounts, he said Twitter had already been slow to act. The answers that he got were alarming, Rossman said. The runaround he got from the company was even more alarming. When the $13 billion in bank financing for the project runs out in April 2023, Savitt claims that Musk is trying to destroy it and stretch out the clock. But as Savitt pointed out, Musk has already made it very plain that he has no intention of going through any of his claims. Candidly, we suspect that Mr. Musk wants to delay this trial long enough to never really face a reckoning, Savitt said. Rather than focusing on whether Musk breached his legal commitment to purchase the company, Twitter argues that Musk's obsession with bots is a distraction. Since its inception, Twitter has maintained that only about 5% of its everyday users are fake accounts. Musk claims that the true amount is far higher, but he has not provided any proof to support this assertion that Twitter is distorting the prevalence of false accounts on the platform. According to Savitt, the question of how many accounts are not real is emphatically and not in front of the court because it is not part of the agreement Musk signed. To obfuscate and postpone, he said, it was a created issue. Musk's legal team should be given more time to investigate Twitter's user figures, according to Rossman. To get him to sign the arrangement, he said Twitter was trying to shroud its spam estimates in secrecy in an effort to pressure him into doing so. Afterward, a Twitter spokesperson remarked, "We are pleased that the court agreed to expedite this trial." No comment from Musk or his legal team was returned to a request for a statement. That's all there is for today. Leave us a comment of your thoughts on the Twitter versus Elon Musk. Also, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video, and click the notification bell to never miss our videos. Stay tuned.